Jon Jones has been officially denied the opportunity to fight on the upcoming UFC White House event, as confirmed by Dana White, who has put a stop to any plans involving his participation.
And Jon Jones says he wants to be on there too, and he says he would fight whoever the champion is at that time. But would you be okay with him coming back and potentially winning that belt again? And you might have to go through.
Well, it's not even about him winning the belt. I mean, how I felt about him. I can't risk putting him in big positions in a big spot and have something go wrong.
Fair enough.
Yeah, especially the White House card.
The MMA world is already alive with speculation, with many suggesting that karma might finally be catching up to Jon Jones, who had kept the heavyweight division in limbo for over a year. Although Tom Aspinall hasn't made any direct statements, fans are quick to interpret the silence, flooding social media with reactions, memes, and commentary hinting that the tide may have finally shifted.
Tell us the timeline of Jon accepted the fight, went to Thailand, came back, didn't want the fight. What happened?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that Thailand was the end of it. We were talking about it before that. But yeah, the fight was done. We had the fight done a long time ago. So why he decided not to fight, you guys will have to ask him that.
Is it accurate that there's a lot of reports about figures he was offered? Is it fair to say he was offered a lot of money to take this fight?
Yeah. Listen, he was offered what he deserves for that fight. Yeah.
I'll just come out and ask you, do you think he's ducking Tom Aspinall?
No. Jon Jones, I said it a million times and I'll say it again, he's never ducked anybody other than that one goofy time with the Chael Sonnen thing. He's never ducked anybody. And, I think the reality is whatever changed his mind with this fight, I don't know, you'd have to ask him that, but he's 38 years old and I don't know.
Do you think if it was someone like Alex Pereira, he would fight then? And it's maybe Tom that he specifically doesn't fancy the matchup, doesn't fancy the age difference?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to these questions. Only he does. We had the fight done. Listen, our job is to make the biggest fights we can make and the fights that the fans want to see. And that's what we try to do. But the minute somebody starts talking about retirement, my philosophy on that, you should do it.
Yeah. Did you know about the stuff that came out of Albuquerque last night?
I saw it today. When I saw it today, I said, oh, everybody's going to think this is why he retired. Maybe that is why he retired. Who the hell knows, man? But I don't know. These are all questions you got to ask him.
Yeah.
We had the fight done. You saw me talking about it very confidently that this fight was going to happen. And then he changed his mind.
Yeah. Two more quick ones for me. So for Tom Aspinall now, he's the heavyweight champion of the world. Does that defense he did against Curtis Blades count to his official defenses? Because then he would only have two more to equal Stipe, or does he have to start fresh now?
You guys are throwing shit at me that I haven't thought about. I have no idea, but yeah, I don't know.
Okay. It seems like the most obvious choice would be Ciryl Gane for Tom, but is there a chance here maybe that to start the new without Jon Jones era, we should maybe do a big super fight and maybe you can convince Alex Pereira to move up and do an Aspinall fight, something like that? Or what are you thinking about the Tom fight?
Well, once I get through today, tomorrow starts International Fight Week. I'll be back in Vegas tonight, and Tom will be there all next week. So we'll sit down with him, see what he's thinking, what he wants to do. He's been great through this whole thing, and literally said, "I'll fight whoever you guys tell me to fight. I'm ready to go." So, looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the Tom Aspinall era.
This time, it's not Tom Aspinall waiting for clarity. It's Jon Jones who finds himself sidelined. The shift hasn't gone unnoticed, with the MMA community reacting enthusiastically to the role reversal. Dana White has made his stance clear. Jon Jones is no longer considered a reliable enough figure to headline a card as significant and high-profile as a UFC event at the White House. following repeated delays, uncertainty, and a last-minute withdrawal that forced the organization to introduce an interim champion, the UFC president is no longer willing to gamble on a fighter whose recent track record has lacked consistency. That long period of silence and indecision that stalled the heavyweight division is now catching up with Jones. In contrast, Tom Aspinall has stayed focused, fulfilled every obligation, and proven to be a dependable presence for the promotion.
Finally, we're back after over a year hiatus. Me and Ciryl finally signed on the dotted line. This is the 4th time we've been matched up together. He turned down the fight early on before we were both in the rankings. After that, he fought Spivak. I said in a post-fight interview after I beat Tibora,
I'm going to go to Paris. I'm going to be sat front row for Ciryl Gane against Sergey Spivak. I'm going to beat the winner, and then I'm going to beat Jon Jones.
I went to Paris. Ciryl, unfortunately, turned down the fight on a second occasion. Third occasion, I fought Curtis Blades. The original opponent was Ciryl Gane. Unfortunately, Ciryl Gane was busy that day. Ciryl was filming his Netflix series. Can't remember what it's called, but I'm sure you can check it out now on Netflix. And now we are matched up for the 25th of October, Abu Dhabi. Me and Ciryl. The 4th attempt is here. And this is Cyryl's 3rd title shot. So we are going to try and get rid of Ciryl Gane from the title picture.
Aspinall has 15 wins, and all of them are by finish. Gane is the #1 ranked heavyweight.
Now, when you look at the UFC heavyweight rankings, as I say, Tom has beat most of them, and he's beat them in style, and he's knocked them all out. Curtis Blades, Sergey Pavlovich, Alexander Volkov, whoever they are, he's beaten them all up. But Ciryl Gane is a little bit different. Now, of course, Jon Jones beat Ciryl Gane in quick fashion, took him down in the first round, submitted him with a front choke. But Ciryl Gane is the same as Tom Aspinall in terms of athletic ability. When I say that Tom Aspinall is a heavyweight George St. Pierre, that kind of goes to Ciryl Gane as well. The man's gigantic. He's very quick. He's agile. He's light on his feet. He could run any sport on the planet. And he's almost like George St. Pierre and Tom Aspinall in the fact that he's got all those athletic attributes and qualities, but he doesn't have the grappling. That's what cost him against Jon Jones. And that's probably what's going to cost him against Tom Aspinall. You never know. He could clip him. This is a dangerous fight. This is heavyweight MMA. But Tom Aspinall can grapple. We've seen him take people down. He's done jiu-jitsu since he was about 15 years old. His dad is going to be on his case, and that's an absolute fact, saying, hey, you're not messing with this guy. Take him down. Show him what you can do. Show the world your grappling capability. Remember, Ciryl Gane turned Francis Ngannou into a wrestler, okay? So he's a very, very credible threat on the feet. But of course, I do fancy Tom Aspinall to get the job done. The fact that he isn't fighting Jon Jones is insane, but we've talked about that till the cows come home, so I'm not going to bore you on that subject anymore. But just you wait. Jon Jones is probably going to pop up on...
I'm going to be sat front row for Ciryl Gane against Sergey Spivak. I'm going to beat the winner, and then I'm going to beat Jon Jones.
I went to Paris. Ciryl, unfortunately, turned down the fight on a second occasion. Third occasion, around about this time last year, when I fought in Manchester, I fought Curtis Blades. The original opponent was Ciryl Gane. Unfortunately, Ciryl Gane was busy that day. Ciryl was filming his Netflix series. Can't remember what it's called, but I'm sure you can check it out now on Netflix. Ciryl was doing that, so he couldn't make that date either. And now we are matched up for the 25th of October, Abu Dhabi. Me and Ciryl. The 4th attempt is here, and this is Cyryl's 3rd title shot. So we are going to try and get rid of Ciryl Gane from the title picture for good.
How's the confidence levels?
Confidence levels great. Confidence levels great. I believe that, well, I am the best heavyweight in the world, but I want to show everyone that I'm the best heavyweight in the world. Ciryl Gane's lost 2 title shots, and I want to give him his 3rd title shot loss and get him out of there.
How's the thoughts of potential ring rust as well? Is that in your head at all?
I've had big breaks before. This is it. I've had 3.5 years off of MMA fighting before, so this is no problem for me. Ring rust is all mental anyway, so I'm happy just to get back in there, get stuff moving, get active again.
And what can we expect? Tom Aspinall, October 25th, English fans there in Abu Dhabi.
Yes, this is great because we're on English time. We're going to be fighting on European time as well, so plenty of guys can fly over. It's going to be busy over there in Abu Dhabi, full of English fans, full of Tom Aspinall fans, which is great. We can just be expecting me, an improved version of me. I've had a year to train. I've had a year to test my skills and improve, and I'm going to show everyone what that's all about on the 25th. of October.
Tom Aspinall did more than just meet expectations. He stepped in on just 2 weeks' notice to save UFC 295 and delivered a masterclass performance against Sergey Pavlovich, securing the interim heavyweight title in dominant fashion. With months passing and little to no word from Jon Jones or the promotion, the UFC finally chose to push forward, booking a high-stakes clash between Aspinall and Ciryl Gane this October in Abu Dhabi. While the bout may not officially unify the titles, many believe it will settle the debate over who truly reigns as the most dangerous heavyweight on the planet. Gane, known for his fluid movement, sharp striking, and cool demeanor under pressure, presents a serious challenge, but his struggles against high-level grapplers in critical moments have left doubts. For many fans, Aspinall's explosive speed, wrestling prowess, and killer instinct make him a stylistic nightmare for the French contender. After a long period of stagnation, the division is finally gaining momentum, and with that, the spotlight appears to be shifting away from Jon Jones.
Tom Aspinall's fight with Ciryl Gane, and give my breakdown of that. What took them so long to announce this? We all knew it was going to be this. Everyone knew it was going to be Ciryl Gane next. Look at that fucking smug French face on Ciryl Gane. Someone said it here in the comments. Gane's got the unlimited title shot glitch. So true. So unbelievably true. And that smug, little, pretentious French grin. You know what I mean? It's just horrible. It's horrible to see him just sort of waltz his way back into another title shot off of a robbery. However, this was always the fight that was going to happen. And I don't think there was any, conversations otherwise. So in my opinion, this should have been announced when they announced Jon Jones' retirement. And they should have done that not at a UFC Fight Night post-fight press conference in a one-sentence moment from Dana White. They should have had a moment where they set up a press conference between Tom Aspinall and Ciryl Gane and then announced the retirement of Jon Jones and then announced this fight at the same time. It just feels weird to wait for them to do it now rather than when they... We all knew this was the next fight to happen, okay? But I'm looking forward to it, and I'm nervous, okay? I'm extremely nervous for this fight. I feel like I haven't made a video like this in the whole year. I can't remember the last time I made a video reacting to big fights being announced. They're so few and far between, or it's just one big fight and nothing else. I feel like I used to make these videos back in the day every few months. We would get a bunch of big fight announcements. And now here I am doing it again. So maybe the UFC is really back. But Aspinall versus Gane, scary matchup. I think Aspinall's going to win by KO in the first round. If Taito Ivasa can ever drop you on your ass in an MMA fight after you've beaten him up for the whole first round, if he can find a way to find your chin in that second round and drop you at any point in your career, I think Aspinall will find it in the first round. And I do think we'll see a first round Tom Aspinall KO. I'm nervous though, man. You know, if Ciryl Gane wins, my life will crumble before my...
Potentially the toughest opponent yet for you. A lot of people say somebody you've not really sort of faced that type of fighter in the heavyweight division.
I think both me and Ciryl are we both have niche style for heavyweights. We don't fight like heavyweights, both of us. So this could be the fastest, the best moving heavyweight fight that anybody's ever seen. We're both great movers. We're both light on our feet. We're both elusive. So this is going to be great. And by the way, all this stuff that I've just said previously, we actually made a video this time last year, a little bit longer, when we found out that Manchester was going to come and there was going to be an event in Manchester. When I thought I was fighting Ciryl Gane, but he declined it, we made a video there over a year ago now. And if you don't believe me, if you don't believe it on the timeline, look, got my teeth done now. Look at the old video. You want to zoom in on them?
Hold on.
Got my teeth done.
Let me get right in there.
I got the teeth done now. When I did this video, this was over a year ago. Didn't have my teeth done then, so get over there.
With the UFC officially closing the door on Jon Jones competing at the White House event, fans are beginning to question the GOAT status he once confidently carried. Was his return truly about legacy, or has he become a part-time champion, showing up only when the stakes and payday are massive? In contrast, Tom Aspinall's rise is hard to ignore. He's active, dangerous, and, most importantly, eager to fight. After reports surfaced of Jones attempting to reinsert himself into the spotlight, only to be rejected by Dana White, many see this as a clear shift in power. The heavyweight division has long needed direction, and now, with Aspinall set to face Ciryl Gane in October, that clarity is finally emerging, not from legacy hype or promotional politics, but from fighters willing to step into the cage. While Jones still owns one of the sport's most impressive resumes, it's Aspinall who now holds the momentum. And if he delivers the kind of performance fans expect against Gane, the Jon Jones era may quietly fade, not with a grand unification bout or a legacy-defining moment, but simply by being passed by.